what's going on YouTube? My name is danenloe. I am 22 years old and I want to start off by thanking you for being here. This is my first YouTube video. So what I'm going to do right now is give it a little intro. What I'm going to talk about is a little bit of what you're going to see on this channel. It will have a focus of fitness, but I will also touch on some things health related, nutrition. You'll see some travel or lifestyle vlogging. If I'm doing something fun for the day, I might vlog it. I'm going to be showing you my workout routines, different types of workouts, new workouts. Basically, I want to inform you the best that I can from what I have learned over the past couple of years through trial and error and also research. Some of the things you'll be seeing would be like grocery hauls, full days of eating. Maybe I'll do some calorie challenges. I will do some meal prepping tutorials, tips and tricks. I'm going to be doing commentaries over workouts. Sometimes I'll throw in workout edits. Sometimes I'll literally be talking to you in the gym, walking you through the whole workout. So it all depends on the day, but you will be seeing a lot of different types of things on this channel. Another thing that I will be doing on this channel is something called Whiteboard Wednesday. It's something that I came up with. Basically, it is going to be me with a whiteboard discussing or going over or in depth on controversial fitness or nutrition topics. I basically want to do this because, for example, today's episode 1, and it's Cardio 101. I'm going to go through the different types of cardio with you guys, what you could do differently, what you want to do. The first episode of Whiteboard Wednesday is actually going to be in the second half of this video. So if you want to know about cardio and a couple different things about the different types of cardio, you can go ahead and stick around. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and start with a workout commentary. It's something that you're going to see kind of often on this channel. It's basically just going to be raw footage of me in the gym, and I'm going to be talking over it, explaining how many reps I'm doing, how many sets, form, what you should be doing. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to call myself out and tell you guys not to do that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start with that, and then we'll see you a little bit after for Whiteboard Wednesday episode 1. Alright guys, welcome to the first workout commentary of the channel. You will be seeing more and hearing more of this. It is a good way for me to be informative with what types of workouts I'm doing for each day and how to do them correctly. So I started off this pull day, as I do most pull days, with pull-ups. A little bit outside shoulder width grip. I did 4 sets of about 8 to 12 reps. When doing pull-ups, you want to make sure to retract the scapula and act like you are squeezing a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. I then went on to a wide grip lat pull down. I did 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, and then I went immediately into a variation that you're seeing now for 4 to 8 reps. I started throwing in this variation to my routine about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I did notice the differences right away pretty much. Like the next day I was much more sore than I was after previous pull days. After that I went into a rope face pull. You can do this standing or you can do it kneeling as I'm doing. Personally, I just feel like I feel that mind muscle connection more when I'm kneeling. I feel it more in my posterior delt and upper back. When you get to the end of the movement, you want to squeeze for about a second, and also when you're doing that, you want to pull directly to your face. I did 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. After that, I went into a seated cable row with a wide neutral grip. For this one, I probably could have squeezed a little bit better, and so for this, it's good to switch up bars and grips and even angles on back day because you're going to hit different parts of your back. For this movement, I did 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. I then went into a bicep exercise. I did just your standard dumbbell bicep curl. For this, make sure when you get to the top, you think pinkies to thumbs. You could kind of see it when I'm doing it. I kind of rotate my pinkies to my thumb, if that makes sense. It's a little hard to explain, but try it next time you do curls and you will tell the difference immediately. It finishes the movement. After that, I actually kind of did throw in like a random variation right there. I went about halfway, and then I did about a quarter rep and a quarter rep. I didn't mean to do that, it kind of just happened, but it is a good burnout. Then I went into a bent over dumbbell fly. This hits the posterior delt and some upper back. I do this and I also do the reverse chest fly machine, but I prefer this one. I could have had a better squeeze. With this movement, you do want to make sure that you are acting like you are squeezing a tennis ball in between your shoulder blades. For this one, this is the hammer strength iso lateral row, and I used a vertical grip. This is one of my favorite movements for back or pull day. I recommend putting this into your routine. It should be a staple. When you do single arm, you get a much deeper pull and a much farther stretch on the negative. This is just a great machine. You can switch up the grips, you can hit different parts of your back. So yeah, try it out if you don't. I then went into a easy curl bar cable lat sweep. I use the easy curl bar sometimes, and sometimes I use the ropes, just whatever I'm feeling. I like to switch it up. Also, one of my favorite movements, if you think about that mind-muscle connection, this is one where you're really gonna feel it in your lats. When doing this, you want to make sure that you're pulling your elbows back. I went into and finished with a bicep superset. I did 3 sets of 12 reps of this wide reverse grip curl. And then after this, I immediately went into a supinated, so regular wide grip curl for another 12 reps. This is just a good finisher. And normally I would stay in the gym a little bit longer. This is kind of a low volume day for me, but I felt like I had a pretty good workout, so I went and finished a little bit early. Normally I will have a couple more movements in there for each muscle group.
Where'd you go?
As I said earlier, we are going to be talking about cardio today, and specifically three different forms of cardio: list cardio, miss cardio, and hit cardio. We will start with list cardio. List cardio is low intensity steady state cardio. It's very popular. It's anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. It is walking, Stairmaster. I circled that because I personally do the Stairmaster when I do lists. I also do a little bit of incline treadmill walking, but mostly Stairmaster, and then you can do light biking as well. It is not taxing on your body, meaning it's not going to be hard on your joints. It's not going to make you feel really fatigued after, or you probably won't feel it the next day. Stairmaster, maybe it's kind of like a leg workout a little bit, but not very taxing on the body. One thing about lists is that it is pretty boring, but there are ways to make it not boring, such as like watching YouTube, Netflix. That's something that I do. I watch Netflix and YouTube a lot. I catch up on my shows, stuff like that when I'm doing lists, and it makes it go by really quick. Moving right along into miss cardio. Miss cardio is medium intensity steady state cardio. It is basically just jogging. So it's very popular because a lot of people just say, hey, I'm going to go out for a jog, or they're going to run on the treadmill in the gym, and it's around 20 to 30 minutes in length, and your BPM is around 125 to 165. It is not something that I enjoy. I will be honest, I don't like running. I don't just go out for a jog outside. I don't run on the treadmill. I stick with lists or hit cardio, but miss is still a good option if you do like running. Lastly, hit cardio. It's high intensity interval training. It's around 12 to 20 minutes in length depending on what you're doing. You are at a higher risk of injury when you do hit cardio with things such as like pulled muscles, could be like a little harder on your joints. It is, as I said, 12 to 20 minutes, shorter in duration. You would be doing things such as sprints or intervals on the Stairmaster or circuit training. I like doing hit cardio because I have a field right next to my house. I go out there, set up some cones, do some sprints. I'm done in 15 minutes. It's really nice. You get some sun. I like hit cardio a lot. If you get a couple of people together, you can go out and do some sprints. You could set up like ladders, and you could make it interesting. That's what I like about hit. It keeps cardio interesting. You're not just going to sit there for 20, 30, 40 minutes and just stare at your phone. It's going to be over before you know it. It is kind of going to suck while you're doing it, but after you will feel really good about yourself, I promise. Okay, now that you know a little bit about each of these, types of cardio, I'm going to talk about which one to do. And it is personal preference. 300 calories burned during LISS cardio, 300 burned during MISS cardio, and 300 burned during HIIT cardio. It's 300 calories. It doesn't matter which one you do to burn those 300 calories. The important thing is that you're burning 300 calories. So it really comes down to what you want to do personally. It comes down to calories in versus calories out. Whether you do it with cardio, whether you get 300 calories less because you're eating 300 calories less, it doesn't matter. If you burn 300 here and my buddy burns 300 here, we each burn 300 calories. The only difference is he might be a little bit more tired after than I am. He also will be done quicker than I am. But it's 300 calories. Now, I know this is about cardio, but I want to explain that you don't have to do cardio if you don't want to. So, for example, if you are eating 2,000 calories a day and doing one of these, it doesn't matter which one, daily, and burning 300 calories. So that'll put you at about 1,700 calories if you're following me. So if you don't want to do cardio, don't. But you then have to eat at 1,700 calories. And it goes the same in the other direction. So if you're at 2,000 calories and you are hungry all the time and you feel you need to eat more, you can, even if you're dieting, bump up to say 2,300 calories versus the 2,000, but then you're going to have to do 600 calories of cardio. So you can, cardio is a tool, and it's something that you can use really effectively if you know what you're doing, but it is definitely not something that you need to do if you're just worrying about calories in versus calories out. Now, it is important to have good cardiovascular health, so keep that in mind. I would say even if I'm lean bulking, I'm still doing cardio twice a week. Just because like it's a mental thing for me, like okay, I'm keeping my heart a little bit healthier. If you're dieting, I would normally, like, I'll talk about progression. I would start with 2 sessions of maybe LISS a week, and maybe the next week stay at 2 sessions of LISS. And then that third week, you can do 2 sessions of LISS and 1 session of HIIT. A little recap. What you want to do, it's totally up to you, it's personal preference. I like to stick around LISS and HIIT. 2 to 3 sessions a week of LISS, maybe 1 session of HIIT. As I get deeper and deeper into a cut, I will do daily cardio. Mainly stick to LISS though, because I'm super tired all the time when I'm cutting. I'm super low carb. I don't really have the explosive energy needed for HIIT cardio.
I see you standing in the corner looking for somebody to come to you.